Yeah, I think having spent so much time with this club and in this league and with AEG has been so pivotal to having success in the role that I am now. There's so much that goes into making the Galaxy function that just moving in and starting this position without having some background, I think would be really challenging. So I'm fortunate enough that I've been here for about 10 years before I had the opportunity to move into this role. And really what it comes down to, I think, is a lot of that being genuine and authentic and being a leader. You serve a lot of different people within this role. You have a whole staff of people that have expectations of, what their role is within the organization. Of course, you have, ownership that you have responsibility for. And then you have a fan base, a very big fan base that have high, high, high expectations of not just winning on the field, but hard-earned money and how they're spending that money. And they want to have an experience, and they want that experience to be better than any other experience that they could have with that money they're spending. So you have to service a lot of different individuals in this role to make sure that everybody is as happy as they can be at any given moment.
Yeah, I think you said something really important, which was that authenticity, and I'm glad you shared that. It's something that we find in our research around, what makes great leaders and what really moves the needle. And I think authenticity is a really big part of that. And so I feel like you had a really great experience looking at what good leadership looks like from the very beginning of when you stepped foot, in the stadium. So I think that's really important. What do you see, or if like you could provide an example, what does authentic leadership look like to you?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think no one knows when they move into a role like this, kind of exactly what it's going to be like until you sit in the seat and you understand the responsibility. And I think when people first move into the role, you oftentimes try to replicate maybe what someone did before you, right? Or how someone found success before you. But I think I would say in some ways my superpower, or in some ways how I lead, is I want to be genuine. I want to be authentic, and I want to do it my way and how I can best be successful. And that's not like anybody else. I know that in some ways I'm good at some things and I'm bad at some things. And I want to make sure that I'm leading at the best of my ability and not someone else's ability. So I try to hone into those areas at the best I can and try to find improvement in areas that I'm not the best at. Because day after day within a role like this, what you say matters and it compounds on itself. So at any moment, if you're not being authentic or genuine, uh, you'll get called on it and you will have to then own up to it. So I think it's important no matter what you say, you're genuine and you mean right by what you're doing.
Yeah. And I think you also hit on another nugget there, which was what works for you isn't what is going to work for every leader. And I think oftentimes we're always trying to look for patterns in leadership, which I think is still important. But the authenticity is a pattern that looks different to different leaders. So I think that's kind of a golden nugget that you've shared.